matches. They've won 13 of those in straight sets. So history not favoring Japan in terms of the head-to-head rivalry. But of course, this represents a new opportunity. Will Japan be able to seize it against this comparatively inexperienced and youthful squad that has been selected by coach Karch Karai for the opening week of action in Volleyball Nations League play. And the first point secured by the USA, and it's that athlete again, Annie Drews, immediately into the action off the set, putting it beyond the reach of Sato. The ball dancing around on the net, and the point has gone in favor of Japan to tie things up at 1. So Naber with the serve. Scrambling save by Kabata. Oh, what a put away. That is absolutely incredible from Ishii. What an acute angle she was able to find from the wing. Team high scorer in the opening game for Japan, and picking up where she left off. Oh, an unreturnable serve from Naber. What a block at the net. And Japan have come out of the blocks in blistering fashion. They've raced up. Oh my goodness, well that was emphatic. No chance, even a defender of her ability of digging that one out. That breaks the run of 4 unanswered points that Japan had put on the board. Annie Drews with the serve. Excuse me, it was Hannah Tapp with the serve. Ball still alive after the initial spike was repelled, sent high up to the stadium lights by Naber. Good improvisation in the air by Washington. And eventually it's the point in favor of the USA. It's deflected out of bounds. That'll be point to the USA. Andrea Drews, her first point on the board, but Japan have chosen to request a challenge. So Hawkeye will be called into action for the first time in this match. And here's the verdict. So clear daylight between the shadow of the ball and the sideline. The original call will be overturned. And it's Japan who have the point to take a 2-point lead. They had the serve back. Okamura serving. Annie Drews once again off the reverse set. With her second point of the match. The team back to within 1 as she prepares to serve for the first time. 5 aces in her team high points total yesterday. The libero with the reception. Oh my goodness, well, breakdown in spacing there. And perhaps communication as well between the Japanese front line. We're all square at 5 points apiece. Just seem to get in one another's way. Quick reflexes, not able to bail them out on this occasion. Ishii with the service reception, then caught into action on the spike, running around to that outside position. In the thick of the action throughout that point, there was the initial bump, the set, and then she made no mistake with the spike. Ishii with 3 points in the match now. Japan lead by 1. So Nakagawa with the serve. Furka with the reception. And Japan come away with the points after the miscue. Change of tempo by the US to get it over. Oh, terrific hitting. What a dig by Furka. Mako with the set. Oh, what a block. Terrific penetration on that reach from Washington. No chance for Japan to return that one. Set up high, Ishii, but just look at that from Washington. Both hands strong over the net, and it went down almost vertically. Well, Ishii hammered that one right in the direction of the numbers on Drew's jersey. Drews was unable to deal with it. Japan have arrived at the 8-point total to trigger the first technical timeout, and they arrive at this point with a 2-point lead. USA 6, Japan 8.
We have a lot, so let's just make sure we're coordinating and having somebody helping us a little bit. Very few of them are going down. Other than that, just put out a good angle. We can get great swings and either.
Well, Annie Drews was immediately into the action for the USA, getting the first point on the board, rifling that spike in the direction of Sato, who was unable to deal with it. 2 points in the match so far for Annie Drews, and look at that one, bisecting the Japanese defensive peering towards the back of the court.
Okay, make sure they know. Well, number 11, almost. Okay.
Drews, who graduated from the University of Purdue, Boilermakers in 2015, graduated in hospitality and tourism management. So, Ishii serving, Japan leading 8-6 first set. Oh, that was a steep angle that Furka was able to get on that kill. Terrific put away. So it's Osanai preparing to serve. Improvisation at the net by the USA. Touche, say Japan. Deflected out of, put out of bounds, leading 9-8. Another clean kill at the net for the USA. Annie Drews racking up the points in the early stages. 3 points in the match for her now to lead her team in scoring. We are all square at 9 points apiece in what has been a back and forth opening set so far. Nabea with the improvisation, hustling after it for the USA's Kingdon. Over it goes on the third contact from Hancock. Japan now with plenty of time to set. Called into action was the libero Megan Courtney, but she was unable to keep that high-speed kill in play. Nabea making no mistake, picking out the libero, and it's Japan who arrive at double digits first with a 1-point lead. Oh, that is a fantastic block at the net. Rising up and timing her leap to perfection to turn back that attempted kill was Michaela Fecchi. All square on the scoreboard. First block of the match for her. We're all tied, 10 points apiece. Oh, what a terrific reflex, and the USA scrambling to keep it in play. Have they done so? Yes, they have. Now can Japan take, oh, what a turnaround! Annie Drews with the stuff block at the net. In tandem with her teammate. Tap, what a recovery, because the USA were on the ropes. Sent scrambling after this attempted kill from Nabea. Look at the effort from Drews, skidding on her knees. And then when the ball came back in play, a combination of Tap and Drews combined at the net, and look at what it means to the US. Of course, it's only 1 point on the scoreboard, but that is the type of point that can shift momentum in favor of the team that just prevailed in that mega rally indeed. Fantastic point by the US. They lead by 1. And it's an effective kill for Kingdon. The defenses of Japan were breached despite the presence of 2 defenders. Timeout has been called. So Japan calling timeout, trailing by 2. USA have strung together 3 unanswered points.
We're number 11 with no.
Here we go.
USA! USA!
So the youngsters being given t-shirts and jerseys of all 4 teams competing here, wearing them with pride, and those who are supporting the USA are at the moment supporting a leading team. Come from behind at 10-9 with a run of 3 unanswered points to go up by 2. So Fecchi with the serve. Reverse set brings Nabea into play. Tandem of USA blockers at the net turn it back. Annie Drews with the reception of a high-speed spike, then caught into action with a spike of her own. Disco dancing by Japan at the back of the court. What a save by Hancock. Hancock with the set, and a high-speed kill lands inbounds. Kingdon with the finish, and the USA coming out on top in another sensational rally once again. There's a fantastic one-handed sliding save in here of the kill from Nabea. Kill attempt by Nabea. Annie Drews bringing out desperate defending from Japan. There was the save by Hancock. terrific effort, sliding across the court to get a hand beneath the ball. And then Kingdon firing it to the rear of the court, bringing that reaction from coach on the sideline. So Japan ending a run of 4 consecutive points put on the board by the US. Incredibly tight game. They're only down 2. A 3-point advantage, the largest of the match for the USA so far. Japan have also led by 3 after rattling off 4 unanswered points after USA put the opening points on the board when they led 4-1 Japan. Fantastic hitting by Kingdon. That is her 3rd kill of the match. So team up by 3 once again. High-speed spike from Kingdon, who is getting some terrific velocity. And that one's going to call the speed gun into action again, one suspects, this time from Nakagawa. Her 2nd kill of the match brings her team back to within 2. So Tap takes a seat on the bench. Okamura preparing to serve for Japan. Awkward reception by Feki. Nice reception of that spike on the dig by Ishii. High set for Drews. Oh, terrific hitting. And despite the scrambling effort of the Japanese defender in the backcourt, Sato unable to dig it out. With 5 points for a team, including an ace. What will the serve deliver on this occasion? Delicately placed. Just a loss of footing experienced by Hancock there. Good to see that spirit helped up immediately by her teammates, but just couldn't get her balance beneath her. Athletic reception. And then on the other side, Kabata called into action. And then it's the Japan coming out on top in a head-to-head duel at the net. The intimidating defensive presence of Washington was there, but they just mistimed their leaps, did Washington and Hancock. It was Japan who prevailed in the point to get back to within 1. Another scrambling save by Hancock, but the attempted placement over the net long by Drews, and we are all square. USA rattled off a run of 4 consecutive points to lead 13-10. Japan have done the same thing to tie things up at 16. USA leading by 1. It's Parsons serving. Service error from Parsons as she sent it beyond the baseline on her flat serve. She'll take a seat on the bench. Japan back to within 1. Parsons had such a big impact on the match yesterday. including the point-winning play. Difficult spot Annie Drews was placed in there. Tried to make the adjustment with her body, but couldn't get the ball over the net. So Japan back level terms once again. 18 points in the apiece deep into this opening set. Oh, this serve deflecting the net, forcing an adjustment from Feki. Feki with the quick reflexes to keep the ball alive for the US. Annie Drews with a high-speed spike. Who's rifling that one down. And Seki unable to control it. Approaching 80 kilometers an hour on that kill. USA leading by 1. Washington with the serve. What a save by Feki. Effective dig in the backcourt by Ishii. Washington bumps that one high. A spike of 79.2. Point still alive. Good reflexes at the net from Japan. They get it over with Nabeya on the dig. Oh, is that out of bounds? It is indeed. It appeared to be a relatively open hit at the net. The set coming from Hancock. Flying high was Feki. Now, did that land in bounds? I must confess that my instinct was that it did, but a challenge has been requested by the USA to question whether that ball was in or out. So it's a block touch that's being called. So was this ball deflected out of bounds? And look at that. It was indeed the faintest tip of the index finger causing that ball to go long, and so it is point USA. They lead by 3, 21 points on the board. They've come up with 3 consecutive points at a crucial juncture in this opening set. Annie Drews, change of tempo to get it over quickly by the US. Ishii with a backcourt spike. What a dig by Kingdon. Oh, fantastic from Drews. And despite the despairing dive of Seki, she was unable to get any contact that she could control. Look at Drews taking off from behind for a backcourt spike. 6 points in the match for her now, and the USA edging towards the winning total of this opening set. What a time to put 4 consecutive points together. Make it 5 because it's an unreturnable serve. Kabata unable to deal with it, and Washington's serve is proving a really profitable weapon for the USA. And that ace getting the young fans up on their feet here at the Monbat Arena. US looking for set ball. Diving save by Kabata, but immediately it's turned back by the USA. And it's set point for the reigning champions. Nice reception in the backcourt by Seki. Deflected out of bounds, and it's going to be the set point saved in the first instance. Nabeya getting up high and breaching the US defenses despite the presence of a duo at the net. That breaks a run of 6 consecutive points that the US rattled off to bring up set point on the serve of Washington. But it's still set point, of course. Big pressure on this serve. But it's an ace. And what a time for Japan to produce their second ace of the match so far. Still facing set point. Improvisation by the USA after the rhythm was rather disrupted, and that just teed it up for Japan. Ostanai with a second clean kill of the match. And there's no doubting Japan's resolve because they fought back magnificently in their opening game against Bulgaria. Demonstrating that same quality here, but still big pressure on the Japanese serve. And that is it. Closed out by Feki. Climbing high to kill that Japanese return. And no mistake, bisecting the defensive duo of Ishii and Watanabe to take the first set by a scoreline of 25 points to 21 in just around 30 minutes of play. So the USA take the opening set against Japan. It was a back and forth battle throughout the opening set until the USA enjoyed a 6-point lead courtesy of a 6-0 run to break the deadlock at 18 and move to within set point. But then Japan didn't concede easily and ran off 3 straight points of their own to get it back to 21. But then Becky produced a terrific play to close it out at the third time of asking. So the spike contact points for Japan, favoring that left attack. When Ishii is so often the weapon of choice, so too Nabea. And the USA favoring the opposite side. Annie Drews, the leader in the kills department with 6 clean spikes.
Anything that goes your way. Hey, we have plenty of time on Vic to close the gaps, okay? We have all the time. Step in and let's go.
USA!
So the second set about to get underway. Hancock to serve for the US after they took set number 1. Deflected out of bounds by the USA, so it's Japan who get the opening points on the board. It's the USA serve. So Nabea serving. Nabea with an awkward reception of that kill. Going to get over on this contact, Japan, and they do so, calling the libero into action. Megan Courtney with a diving save. Nakagawa responds with a sprawling save in kind, and it's Japan who come out on top at the conclusion of that duel. Players scrambling all over the court, not too much in the way of speed, but just look at the effort that the players are having to put forth to recover these dinks. And ultimately, that final dink by Japan defying the efforts of the USA defenders. They lead by 2. Terrific hitting. Seki coming away with that one off the set. First points on the board, set number 2 for the USA. Feki preparing to serve after moving to 4 points in the match. Kabata with the service reception. Ishii calling the libero into action. Megan Courtney with the dig. Nabea in the backcourt. Oh, terrific hitting. Ishii once again with a high-speed spike from that left side. Set up beautifully. Able to see where Annie Drews was leaping. Put it to Drews' outside. Japan lead by 2. Kimura with the serve. Fantastic finish at the net by Tap. Scrambling backwards was Kabata. And he Drews with a delicate touch. Kabata hustling forwards once again. And it's the point in favor of Japan. Officials calling the floor cleaning crew into action. So Nakagawa with the serve. Oh, Washington given running room off that set. Elevating off one leg and crashing that one down at high speed. Terrific height on the leap. Her first clean kill of the match in her 3-point total. I formation adopted by the USA. Sprawling service reception by Kabata. Washington at the net. And then caught into action for the kill once again. She scrambles back to defensive position. Terrific hitting by Japan. Oh, Washington is doing a terrific job off that set, where she's able to run around to the right-hand side and climb high off the one-legged elevation to thunder it down at a steep angle that's proving to be unreturnable. Washington with her second clean kill of this set, and a misjudgment by Japan puts an ace on the board for Kingdon. Tied the score at 5 points apiece. Nabea with the service reception, caught into action now on the spike. What a save by Megan Courtney. Almost a save. She did well to get a hand on it, to be fair, because Nabea soared high above the net and got terrific velocity and angle on her spike. She got it to go. To edge Japan ahead by 1. 3 points in the match now for Nabea, all of them on clean kills. So Watanabe with the serve. Feki with the reception. Washington with the clever play. Well, we've seen the destructive force there. She showed us the delicacy. Terrific body control, because she almost appeared to be on a descent back to earth when she was able to make the adjustment and still place the volleyball where the defenders weren't, into the space of the Japanese defenses. All squares, 6 points apiece. Washington with 5 points in the match now. Terrific save by Kingdon during the course of that point. Oh, what a hit from Ishii, but it's been called long, point USA. Sprawling save by Kingdon. And then, again, terrific hustle. Kingdon called into action twice to keep her team in the point. Ishii looking for the point-winning play on the backcourt spike, but out of bounds. For what it's worth, I thought that would have been worth a challenge. But Japan electing not to do so. They take the lead for the first time in this second set. 7-6, and it's another ace. Terrific serving. And Washington triggers the technical timeout with her second ace of the match. USA lead by 2.
Their red is pretty good. On the left side, we got to be a little better, especially out of system. Make sure we're not.
Well, Washington has been sensational so far, running around and elevating off the left leg. Here we see it in the middle of the court as opposed to the right side, but the outcome identical. 3 kills, and near the delicacy, coming back down to earth, but still able to control her body, control her contact, to make it 3 clean kills at the net, along with a massive block in the opening set where she got such terrific penetration over the net, and 2 aces as well. One of them which triggered the technical timeout in this second set, with the USA up by 2. Is Washington serving. USA lead 8-6. Almost another ace, but Japan managing to get it over. But they were pulled asunder, and Hancock just exploited the wide open space that existed after Japan was scrambling to keep themselves in the point. So we've just emerged, or just resumed, from the technical timeout, and immediately Japan calling a timeout on the back of that kill from Hancock. Her second point of the game, giving USA their largest lead of the second set so far. Remember, their first lead was at 7-6 after Japan put the first 2 points on the board. So the momentum, courtesy of 4 points without reply in favor of the reigning champions. And once again, Washington's serve is proving a terrific platform on which to build. Oh, it's another ace from Washington. Hayley Washington is putting over serves that are proving unreturnable. And it's just bamboozling the Japanese defenders, receivers, putting them at 6s and 7s. Sprawling save produced by Kingdon. Washington hitting the floor. And Japan concede the point after a terrific play at the net. How about this for a save from Kingdon, hitting the court. And then when it came to the net, coming out on top in the duel was Hannah Tapp. Washington with the sprawling save. Backcourt spike from Drews is unreturnable. Drews with her 7th clean kill of the night. In her total of 8 points, her team are up by 6, Japan being doubled up. Another timeout by Japan, 2 of them taken after the technical timeout, with the USA led 8-6. But since that resumption, even prior to the resumption, it has been all USA. 7 points without reply. The USA in a commanding position on the scoreboard. Oh, an unforced error on the serve from Hayley Washington, but not before she had rattled off, or the team had rattled off, 7 straight points to lead by 6. A service error hands the point straight back to the USA. Now that has got to be frustrating. Been receiving for all that time. 2 timeouts consumed in an effort to get the tactics and defensive strategy right, and then the serve conceded straight away. US up by 6. So the point to Japan to wrestle the serve straight back. So Nabea serving. That's terrific hitting by Feki. Feki with some high speed, striking for that super spike. That's out of bounds from Ishii. The set was from close to the baseline from Nabea, high into the arena sky. Looking for the sideline, it landed on the wrong side from Japan's point of view. USA with the largest lead of the match. So back to 6. Okamura prepares to serve. Well, point USA, very clever play at the net by the USA, and that brings up the technical timeout. After leading by just 2 at the first technical timeout, the US have raced out to a 7-point lead, equaling their largest lead of the match. Arrive at this juncture, having used a run of 6 points without reply. At one point, to go from 5-6 down to 12-6 up. Some of the emotions in evidence during the course of this second day of Pool 2 play between the reigning champions the reigning champions of USA, sixth-ranked team Japan. Terrific recovery by Japan to keep themselves in the points, and they come out with the point. Well, what a turnaround, because the initial service reception sent them sprawling all over the place. And the USA able to get it over. Oh, that is beautiful. The reverse set from Hancock, setting up Drews, who was precise and powerful with that put away. A super spike to put the USA up by 7 once again. Drews preparing to serve after hammering home her 8th clean kill of the match. Remember, 5 of the USA's 6 aces yesterday came from the hot hand of Drews. Effective defending at the net by Kingdon and Washington. Washington to the other side. Scrambling save by Drews. Ishii with the spike, and it's deflected out of bounds. Point to Japan to reduce the arrears to 6. Terrific reflexes. Bear with a high-speed spike. Megan Courtney with the libero with the save. Kabata called into action for Japan, the libero. Megan Courtney once again sprawling to save the point. But the touch of the barber pole means that it's point to Japan. Fantastic hitting once again from Washington. 8 points in the match now on that, her 4th clean kill. Second leading scorer for the USA. Annie Drews, the joint high scorer in the match, along with Ishii. 9 points apiece for those players. Washington preparing to serve. 3 aces in her points total so far. Has to go over on this contact. Kingdon recognizes that. Kabata. Japan perhaps not getting the set that they wanted. Terrific dig by Ishii. The set. Nabea with the spike. Kept in play by the US. Coming together at the net. Nabea once again. Kingdon keeps it alive in the backcourt. Whoa, my goodness, Ishii with a terrific save. Japan keep it alive, they get it back over with Ishii. What reflexes, what hustle. Ishii again, but this time she couldn't control the direction of the contact, and despite the efforts of Shinobi hustling after that one and going sprawling across court, the mega rally concludes with the point in favor of the USA. But what action we saw during that rally, which lasted for the best part of 42 seconds. Absolutely sensational athleticism and execution in evidence from the players. How about that for a save from Ishii? And then hustling onto the USA side of the court to keep it in play. But then there was the conclusion of the point. Ishii unable to repeat her defensive mastery of a few moments earlier. Shinobi unable to run it down. So substitution for the USA. Washington with another flat serve. Oh, quick hitting at the net. And the point pounced upon by Okamura, her first point of the match. Quick set, she got off the ground quickly, and the USA defense is not in position to repel the spike. So the service reception from Feki. Out of bounds on the attempted kill. Back-to-back points secured by Japan. But they're going to need to go on a run similar to what the USA posted when they put 7 straight points on the board. If they hope to close this one before USA get to the winning post. And here's an unreturnable serve. Feki caught twixt and between on that attempted service reception, resulting in an unreturnable serve. So USA calling timeout. Japan have put a run together of 3 unanswered points, just edging their way back into this second set. The timeout, perhaps one just to cool off the momentum that Japan were seeking to build. You see that Japan have no timeouts remaining because they took 2 of them in short order after the technical timeout, with Japan trailed by 2.
USA! Let's go, Luke!
So Sato with the ace and the drift and the dip, just befuddling Feki, unable to deal with it, resulting in an unreturnable serve. Sato with her first points of the match. Japan looking to build a 3-point run. They're in the midst of it present. Well, it's a valiant effort, but ultimately in vain. Annie Drews moves to 10 points in the match now, her 9th clean kill of the contest so far. Excuse me. It was Tap who produced the point-winning play. For her 5th clean kill of the match, Hancock with the serve. So Nabea serving. What a block at the net, my goodness. Annie Drews was flying high. But she was denied by a duo of Japanese defenders, the decisive touch coming from Ishii. So Ishii to double figures in points in the match. With that, her 2nd stuff block. And how about that from Tap once again? Big spike straight down the middle. Off the set from Hancock. 7 points in the match for Tap now. USA edging towards the 25-point winning total for this 2nd set. Terrific hitting. Shinobi with her 1st point of the match. Japan, the type of team, if they can get to within touching distance, then they always pose questions of the opposition. The USA still up by 4. So the ball comes over on the first contact. And Japan capitalize. Nabea with the reception of that spike. Nabea called into action once again. Ishii with the hit, and it's point to Japan to close to within 2. 3 unanswered points put on the board by Japan, and once again the USA called timeout, just as they did when Japan put 3 consecutive points on the board previously, to go from 2012 down to 2015. Being outscored 8 points to 2 in that juncture had the USA. So the momentum in favor of Japan.
USA! USA!
But it's the USA who have the advantage on the scoreboard. An advantage where the winning post is just 3 points away for the US. And the USA's problems continue after that unreturnable serve is put over by Okamura. Her 2nd point of the match on that, her first ace, and we now have a 1-point second set. Well, Annie Drews brings the run of consecutive points that Japan put on the board to an end. That 4-point rally concluded with that emphatic kill by Annie Drews. 10 points in the match now. That her 9th spike of the game. But what a fight back by Japan. And again, Hancock unable to control the attempt to dig. Kabata with the underhanded set. Ishii with a searing spike straight down the sideline. And once again, Japan are back to within 1. They trailed by 8. 12 points to 20. And that brings up set point Washington with another runaround kill. Elevating off one leg. 9 points in the match now for Washington. Bringing up set point. And it's Drews to serve. 1 ace in her 10-point total so far for Annie Drews. Not on this occasion. A service error sees USA unable to capitalize on the first set ball. But it is still set point USA. Ishii, the match's leading scorer so far, 12 points in the match. With the serve, sprawling service reception by the US. Terrific hustle by Kabata to keep Japan in the points. Towering block at the net by the US. Nabea sends Drews sprawling on the sideline. Drews with a backcourt tip. Nabea with the dig. Nabea on the spike, and she gets the point to tie things up at 24. The fighting qualities of the Japanese team coming to the fore once again. Trailing by 8 points at 20 points to 12. And now we have parity at 24 points apiece, which means that we have to go to 2 clear points. But make no mistake, the momentum is in favor of Japan. So Ishii serving. Kabata with a terrific dig off that high-speed spike. Nabea with another point-winning play. 6th clean kill of the match for her, and it brings up set point for Japan. So Ishii serving, and remember, at the conclusion of the first match of Pool 2 play yesterday, Nabea got back-to-back spikes to give Japan a victory in 4 sets. Will history repeat itself to a certain extent here? Yes, it does! because Japan have produced an improbable turnaround to take the second set on the 2 clear points rule, rattling off 4 unanswered points to come back from 24-22 down to take the second set by a scoreline of 26 points to 24. But more significantly, they were trailing by 8 points at 20 points to 12. The USA in the box seats, but Japan had other ideas and battled their way back, first of all to parity, and then to victory in set number 2 to tie this matchup at 1 set apiece.
So demand more out of each other there. Will be clean down the stretch. They can do that. They can steal those, and they deserve that one. So now we're going to earn it.
Well, let's take a look at the highlights from that incredible second set.
All together, let's go. All in order. This way, then. Come on, guys. All right, here we go.
Well, you may have heard the USA emphasizing togetherness during the course of that timeout. That interval rather between sets 2 and 3. And at the start of that interval, after the USA conceded the second set, you heard Coach Karai say that Japan deserved that one. So can USA produce more togetherness? You also heard the head coach of the US saying that the players are to demand more of each other. And that's often the thing about elite sport. It's all very well receiving the tactics and strategy from the coaches, but it's the players who have to go out and execute and not rely on the input from the sidelines. Coach Karai instructing his athletes to go out there and demand more of each other. How will the USA respond? Remember, the US have won 13 VNL matches in straight sets. That's at least 5 more than any other team. Serbia had 8 coming into this day 2 of pool play. It won't be a straight sets win here. The third set underway. All square at 1 set apiece. But it's the US who take the opening point after conceding set number 2. Nevaeh ties things up on the scoreboard. 7 points in the match for her now. All of them coming on clean kills. Terrific save by Kabata, the libero. She's in the thick of the action once again. Ishii with the touch deep into the US backcourt. Annie Drews with a delicate touch over the net. Read well by Japan. Sato with the reception, and how about that for a block at the net? Tap, towering over the net. Did she get the decisive touch? Barter with the service reception. Wonderfully placed. There's contact with the ball and the ground despite the dive of the US defender. Unable to dig it out with the backhand as they've done so often during the course of this match. A reverse set for Shinobi. Cleverly placed. Sprawling after it was Hancock. The ball made contact with the ground before she arrived. Oh, sensational hitting from Washington once again. 6th clean kill of the match to take her to 10 points. Joint high scorer for her team along with Annie Drews. She was absolutely sensational during the course of set number 2, putting 7 points on the board with 5 spikes and 2 aces. Kabata called into action on the service reception. Point to the USA. So Drew's serving, joint high scorer for her team. Drews puts it over on the first contact. And with the USA defense pulled apart, a clean kill powered down by Ishii, who leads all scorers in this match. That her 11th clean spike of the game so far. Japan back to within 1. Nabeya with the backcourt spike, dealt with by Megan Courtney in the backcourt, then Nabeya on defensive duty. Ishii with the spike. Washington the attempted block, but she couldn't control the direction, and it landed beyond the confines of the court. All square now at 4 points apiece. Ishii with yet another kill at the net. Diving save attempted by Shinobi. But that's going to go on Washington's points total to make her team's leading scorer. 11 points in this match now on that, her 7th point winning kill. USA leading by 1. Unforced error on the serve from Kingdon. Sees the score tied up at 5 points apiece. Japan at the serve. Oh my goodness, well, back-to-back service errors coming in a flurry. Fantastic dig in the backcourt by Kingdon, and what a block on the dig out, excuse me, by Japan, and Kabata sent to the court by that high-speed spike. Sprawling save by Feki for the US. Delicately placed, and amidst all that thunder that was powered down, it was the delicate touch of Watanabe that secured the point to tie things up at 6 points apiece. Terrific save by Kabata. But then when the set was placed on the reverse, Watanabe at the very top of her leap just tipping that one over, leaving the USA defenders sprawling on the court, but without success on that particular occasion. We're all square, 6 points apiece. A mega rally has just gone in favor of Japan. They have the serve. So a challenge has been requested to determine whether this ball is in or out. You can see that the ball is out. So that verdict about to be communicated via Hawkeye. And the ball is in. My goodness, the finest of margins often determine the outcome of elite sport. And ultimately, that is a perfectly placed spike by Tap to put her team up by 1. Tap, one of 3 double-digit point scorers for the USA now on that, the 7th clean spike of the match. Kabata with the dig. Oh, fantastic hitting at the net. The change of tempo was such a quick set from Japan. Not really hung up in the air. Just watch how low and flat that is placed and powering off the court to hammer it down. Okamura. Megan Courtney hustling after that to keep it alive. So too Japan, but ultimately in vain. Shinobi with a desperate dive to try and keep that one alive. And it is back and forth to begin this 3rd set. USA bring about the first technical timeout, leading Japan by just 1.
And make sure you square. They're trying to run a lot of red.
Yuki Ishii is Japan's leading scorer, just as she was in game 1 of pool play. 14 points on the board so far, including 12 kills and 2 monster blocks. Ishii leading all scorers in this match. She was the 3rd top scorer on the opening day of play when she put 20 points on the board. That was a match-winning effort for Japan. This one very much in the balance, all square at 1 set apiece. And the 3rd set is proving to be very tight indeed. USA leading by 1. Feki with the serve. Nothing separating the sides after that service error, putting it beyond the baseline to make it 8 points apiece. Nevaeh prepares to serve. 7 points in the match for her. Jump spike serve on its way. Oh, a misjudgment by Kingdon, electing not to play it, and the ball dipped and landed inside the baseline to give Nevaeh her first ace of the match. One of 5 that Japan have produced so far and put them ahead on the scoreboard. Terrific hitting. Tap climbing high before thundering this one down. Perfectly placed set. No mistake with the execution from an attack. She's serving now. She's just moved to 11 points in the game. One of 3 players on 11 points for the USA. Another quick set. Feki with the dig in the backcourt. High-speed spike sends Kabata sprawling, and then they're coming together at the net. Ball still alive, but the point has gone to Japan, and they edge ahead by 1. Ishii with yet another point, bisecting the attempted USA block profit by Drews and Washington. 15 points in the match now for Ishii. On that occasion, Kingdon's judgment correct, electing to let it go. Happy to see it land way beyond the baseline from a USA perspective. We are all square at 10 points apiece. USA have led by 2. Japan have led by just 1. That's how close this third set has been so far. And Japan take a 1-point lead once again. So Watanabe with the point. A third clean spike. 4th clean spike in a 7-point total. Reverse set. Mabea with the initial reception. What a hit at the net! Ishii with power and precision and plenty of depth on that spike to put her team up by 2, their largest lead of this third set so far. That is wonderful placement, and it was produced at high speed. Kobata with another sprawling save. Hancock hitting the court. Ball still alive. Can Japan get it over? Yes, they do with Ishii, but then as their defenses were pulled all over the front line, the USA. So Ishii unable to find the range on that attempted spike. All square at 12 points apiece. So Ishii with the service reception, now caught in. Well, unable to turn back the attempted kill on this occasion. Point in favor of Japan to give us parity on the scoreboard once again, 13 points apiece. Back-to-back execution errors when trying to get the ball over the net on the third contact. It was Drews on the previous point when attempting a spike. This time the delicate dink attempted by Feki. It came down on her own side of the court. Japan with a 2-point lead, equaling their largest lead of set number 3 so far. 3 points without reply have been rattled off by Japan. Make it 4 to trigger the second technical timeout. Well, the USA stemmed the run of unanswered points. Close the deficit to 2. So Washington serving. Kobata with the reception. It's a 1-point third set. Terrific dig by Kingdon, and the USA come out on top in that point. Feki. So the US rattling off 3 unanswered points. Feki putting that beyond the outstretched dive of Ishii. All square, 16 points apiece. Japan have call timeout. Service error from Washington. Sees Japan edge ahead by 1. Stops that flow of 3 unanswered points the USA have put on the board. High-speed hitting in evidence, going way back is Megan Courtney, the libero. Fecchi bumps it over on the 3rd contact. Set from Hancock, Fecchi back into the fray. Nabea with the reception. And he drew sent sprawling. Terrific adjustment by the US. Kingdon gets it over. Backcourt spike straight to Drews. It goes back over. Japan with time to set. And on this occasion, Kingdon can't dig it out. And it's Japan who prevail in that lung-busting rally to take a 2-point lead. Fecchi with a hammer blow to move to 8 points in the match on that her 7th spike. So Hancock preparing to serve. 2 points in the match so far. Nabea with the reception and caught into action on this attempted spike. In the thick of things once again with a diving one-handed dig. Megan Courtney with the set. Ball on the tape for what seemed like an eternity. Nabea with another spike, and she's able to get penetration deep to the backcourt of the USA and come away with her 10th point of the match on that her 9th clean kill. Japan leading by 2. High quality action. But the USA launching a challenge, inquiring as to whether there has been a net touch. There's confirmation that a fault has been committed. Drews climbing over the top of the tape and the faintest of contacts. Oh, what a block at the net. An absolutely sensational play from Okamura. A monster block to turn that spike back. So Japan up by 3. Timeout USA.
Make sure we're squaring, we're grad solid. Nose, don't give them anything to tool you. Okay, let's go.
Here we go. Let's go. USA! USA! Here we go, Hannah.
last time the USA led in this match was at 13 points to 12. They tied things up at 16 points apiece. Got back to within one. 18-17. As Thompson checks into the match for the first time. They're currently trailing by 3. Oh, what an impact off the bench for Thompson. Called into action and coming up with a clean kill. Her first contribution of the match. Jordan Thompson, the 193-meter opposite from Minnesota, closes the deficit to 2. Oh, terrific block at the net. Kingdon in the vicinity to turn back that one and tie things up. Excuse me, bring her team back to within 1. So Fecchi preparing to serve. Oh, fantastic hitting down the sideline. Shinobi making no mistake to take number 4 to 4 points in the match on that her 4th clean kill. And still USA looking for their first lead. So 13 points to 12. Very clever play by Kingdon, who climbed high and hung in the air for an eternity before just delicately dropping that one over the outstretched arms of the descending defenders. Well, composure going to be absolutely crucial in the closing stages of this third set. Oh, fantastic block at the net. Washington and Thompson converging in tandem to turn that one back. Who got the decisive touch? And it's Thompson. All square, 21 points apiece, and it's the USA who edge ahead. Hannah Tapp with the serve. US up by 1. Oh, and an error by the US. Was that a block? Excuse me, by Japan. Was that a block or an error? Did the ball even get over the net? No, that's a block. So the USA looking for set ball on the serve of Tapp. Ishii with the reception. Called into action on the attempted kill. And it's going to be set ball as once again, the USA defense proving unbreachable at the net. Resolute defending. Thompson and Washington proving to be an unpenetrable tandem. No penetration forthcoming for Japan, and the USA close it out. So what a turnaround by the USA. Trailing 21 points to 19. They rattle off 6 straight points to take set number 3 by a scoreline of 25 points to 21 and go ahead by 2 sets to 1 on their second day of action in Pool 2 play. Defense proving to be decisive in the closing stages, because Washington, with a game-high 5 blocks, was always in and around the vicinity of those attempted spikes being turned back by the USA defenders. Thompson came in off the bench and had a terrific impact. 4 points in a matter of the final few stages of set number 3. 3 of them coming on blocks. There was some lit. So the fourth set underway. Terrific play by Jordan Thompson. 5 points in the match already. Checking in deep into set number 3. Wonderful placement. On this occasion, it's Japan who claimed the point. Tie things up at 1 point apiece. Speed hit from Thompson, dug out by Kabata. Opposite Libero called into action, but what a finish at the net. Finding the space in the Japanese defenses was Kingdon. Backcourt spike going behind Ishii to put US up. US a 2-1 ahead. Kingdon with 9 points in the match now. Ladder 8 spike. Kabata with the set. Oh, it's fantastic from Thompson. 6 points in the match already. Her third clean spike so far. Thompson, University of Cincinnati, making a real impact in this match. Jordan Thompson again, she's getting terrific height on her spike reaches, making clean contacts at high speed, and her precision, look at that. 300 centimeters on her spike reach in the flow of the game. Very clever placement down the sideline by Japan. She's got an empirical spike reach of Jordan Thompson of 320 centimeters. Seki could rescue that one for a team. Oh, fantastic hitting once again. Jordan Thompson holds school record for single season kills in 2018. The total that she produced was the third most in NCAA history. She's serving now. Terrific hustle. Can the libero get it over on contact number 3? Megan Courtney can. Japan not taking full advantage. They were stretched all over the court. Washington sees her attempted spike turn back. Kingdon puts it beyond the despairing dive of Kabata. USA further ahead. Jordan Thompson hitting the deck. So too Hancock. Kabata got a hand on it. Second contact from Japan only sends it over the advertising hoardings. USA building up a head of steam, approaching the 8-point total to bring up technical timeout number 1. Thompson serve finding the net. Sprawling save by Hancock. Terrific save by Kabata off the high-speed spike from Jordan. A 5-point lead. Nabea with the service reception. The attempted kill from Ishii, long, going way beyond the baseline. USA racing away in this one. So the point has in fact gone in favor of Japan, which suggests that there must have been a deflection. So Ishii preparing to serve. Nabea going down to her knees to save that one. Terrific hitting from Ishii. 19 points in the match for her now on that, her 17th point winning spike. Washington goes down low to get the dig. Quick reflexes from Ishii. Nabea over on the far side. A tandem of US defenders rise up to keep it in play. Hancock with a sneaky attempted spike on the first contact. Jordan Thompson with a big dig. Oh, look at that from Hancock beneath the net. Back to the US to keep it in play. That's legal. Nabea. The USA rallying now. The reverse set. Washington hammers it down. Sato with a dig. And ultimately, it is Japan who come out on top, but what a terrific rally we have just witnessed. The USA with some amazing hustle. Hancock scurrying beneath the net to keep the points alive. Look at that creativity and concentration. But finally, the point-winning play produced by Japan. Nabea soaring high and breaching the attempted tandem that the US looked to erect at the net. Sensational point, but it's Japan who take it. Well, that has been a really effective play from Washington all match long. 17 points in the game for her now. On that, her 9th clean kill. USA lead by 3. They've led by as many as 5 in this fourth set. And a service error from Hancock. And the serve and the point straight back to Japan. Another towering strategy set. And the serve rifled over. Terrific hitting. Kingdom straight down the middle. 12 points in the match now. On that, her 11th clean kill. Highest total particular team in terms of point-winning spikes. So Nabea. Terrific blocking at the net. Tap. With a decisive touch to win the point. US go up by 4. She and Thompson rising up. The US adopt an I formation once again on the serve of Hancock. Sensational hitting continues from the hot hand of Jordan Thompson. Terrific speed generated. US up by 5, equaling their largest lead of this 4th set. Japan calling timeout, hoping that the US in general and perhaps Jordan Thompson in particular will cool off. Just listening.
Everybody else, huh?
USA! USA! Keep it going, Angle it there. Fast. Stop. Block. Yes. Watch your head.
Mike,
Over fast.
Mike.
Keep the pressure on.
Here we go. Let's go, USA.
That ball drift beyond the sidelines, but the USA requesting a challenge. The nature of the challenge to see whether the ball is either in or out. So Hawkeye will reveal this verdict to the crowd. Here's confirmation. The initial call stands. Point to Japan. They trail by 4. So Nabea to serve. Megan Courtney with the reception. Oh, big hitting from Becky. 9 points in the game for her now on her 8 points winning spike. US up by 5 once again, equaling the largest lead of set number 4. Good adjustment at the net by Ishii after the set wasn't perfectly placed. Getting down low is Sato. And the attempted kill from Ishii is wide of the sidelines. The US with their largest lead of set number 4. The advantage is 6 points now. Very clever play. So the set, and up quickly was Okamura. It's she who will prepare to serve now. 5 points in the match so far, after securing her 3rd spike just a few moments ago. Nabear with the dig of the Thompson serve. Ishii puts it over. Received by Courtney. Oh, that is sensational. A big backcourt spike from Feki. So the second technical timeout. Triggered by the USA.
Blockers, make sure we inside hand. Okay, so just go crosser of our hand. Okay? That's game plan. Let's win it.
Let's go.
Put the pressure on him here.
Well, Kingdon with 12 points in the match so far, 11 of them coming on clean kills, along with an ace as well. Very clever with her placement. And there's the stuff block she produced down the sidelines to close out set number 3. But this is where the majority of her points has come from. Effective, clean hitting at the net. Perfectly placed sets from her teammates. So that service error sees the US have their advantage reduced to just 4. Terrific save by Nabeya. Oh, what a turnaround for Japan. Ishii able to find the space near the baseline. It was the initial save by Nabeya. Sato placing this one on a platter for Ishii to rifle down a spike that had terrific depth. Perfect accuracy. Well, Washington with another point-winning play. Washington with 19 points in the game now. 11 of them coming on spikes. It's Thompson to serve. Oh my goodness. Well, that one rifled down like a rocket from Ishii. And even an athlete with the reflexes of Jordan Thompson couldn't get out of the way of that one. Deflected off the hand of Hancock. That would have made the pickup more difficult, and she ended up wearing it. Thankfully, she's okay. Delicacy tried on that occasion by Washington, but just putting it wide of the sideline. It's Japan who are closing the distance and the gap yet again. So Ishii, the game's high point scorer with 22. Oh, that is sensational. Almost exhibition-like stuff from Jordan Thompson. Climbing high and hammering this one down on an incredibly steep angle. So it's ball still alive after quick reflexes at the net by Japan. Parsons, the server, in front of the backcourt. Oh, terrific quickness once again. Thompson flat bats it over. Clever touch at the net by Osanai. And it's eventually deflected out of bounds. Washington and Hancock unable to combine to keep that one in play. And it's Japan who have closed the gap. previous two sets have both seen teams make decisive runs late. Not quite at the same juncture of this fourth set yet. Oh my goodness! A high-speed hammer blow from Feki, sending Watanabe sprawling to the court as though struck by Deontay Wilder. My goodness, that was a hammer blow. Thankfully, she's okay. The action continues. Japan continuing to ensure that this is a back and forth affair. Not letting the USA get out of reach. Well, Jordan Thompson is really making a name for herself out there on the court during this second day of Pool 2 play. Came in here with no international experience at FIVB major world competitions. But what an impact she is having here. Awkward reception for Feki. Oh, that is terrific from Tap. Straight up in the middle of the court. She turned this one back without being set up. Fantastic play from Tap. USA with a 3-point lead, edging towards what would be a match point opportunity. And it's Tap once again in the thick of the action, who moves to 13 points in the match. Timeout called by Japan. The USA approaching the winning post. Japan down by 4. Point-winning block for Tap. Japan to call timeout. So a crucial moment in this contest now. Japan need to demonstrate the fighting qualities that have served them so well in this match so far. Kobata with the service reception. Ball deflects off the tape. Kingdon keeps it in play, but once again it is Jordan Thompson who dispenses the point-winning play. 10 points on clean kills already for the debutante, who only checked into the match in set number 3 in the deep stages of that previous set. And she has raced out to 13 points. Quick thinking by Kingdon. Then Hancock, seeing Jordan Thompson hustle after that one before Hancock bumps it over. Hancock called into action once again. Jordan Thompson with the set. Kingdon brings Naber into the play. Offeki hustling after it is the libero, Megan Courtney. Oh, and a lack of concentration from Tab. Sees her trickle it into the net rather meekly. But what a rally we have just witnessed. Jordan Thompson electrifying over on the sidelines, racing that one down to help keep her team in the point. And then Hancock with quick reflexes once more. And on the reverse set, Hancock was driven to the court, keeping her team in the point. 31-second rally, concluding with an unforced error. So Japan break the run of 3 unanswered points the US had put on the board. US in search of match point. And they find it on that hammer blow from Kingdon. Climbing high to power that one down the sidelines. So Japan on the brink of defeat here. But again, as they've demonstrated throughout their illustrious history, and yesterday on the opening day of the VNL, there is nothing wrong with their fighting spirit, and they will make the USA earn this victory. But the USA unable to take match points on the first opportunity, still with match point here. Shinobi with the serve. And it's Washington who closes it out with that delicate kill at the net, taking her to 20 points in the game. And in the final analysis, their energies, managing their bodies, crucial part of being a professional volleyball player. But what wonderful action they provided for the fans here. Some incredible hitting. But at the conclusion of this second day of action in Pool 2 play, it is the reigning champions, the USA, who prevail over Japan with a 3-1 victory. Thanks for watching, and thank you for being part of the game.